which is it? Wait,
3.
hold on. Wait.
You have to put a high five sound in there.
I'll put a hit marker.
Yeah. Ready? We're here, dude. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
It's
Should we start it? We got to start it.
Do we got to do the podcast?
We got to do the thing.
Podcast. Okay.
I can't not do it.
We can't not do it. It's honestly, we've done it too many times to not do it ever.
I know.
So.
It's kind of jazzes me up. Gets me ready for the game. You ready?
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm sorry. I'm just bopping.
Let's hit it.
Podcast. That wasn't one of our best, but I'm proud of us. Don't look at me like that.
We did it.
Look away. Look away from me, Jake. Don't look at me like that. Then what are you looking at?
Dude, I hope you're as ready as I am for this one.
I am. Yeah, wait.
Boy, do I have a doozy in the chamber of stories for you.
Doozy in the chamber.
Yeah. Welcome back to Thinky Thoughts with Gerard and I, where we just we share our thoughts on cool stories in music.
Yeah.
Got some crazy ones, funny ones.
It's gonna be nice.
Just some stories.
So what do you got for me?
Oh, I got a good one.
You got a good one for me? What is it?
You know ZZ Top, right?
I do know ZZ Top.
Who doesn't know ZZ Top?
ZZ Top?
Insert a picture of those beautiful beards right here.
Oh, no, I gotta do 3. Fuck.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, real quick. Look at the camera.
Yeah. Oh, make us look like ZZ Top. Ready? Right now. Great. Okay. Beards.
Wonderful.
But yeah, so ZZ Top, great band.
Yeah, great band.
Legendary.
Tush.
They had a tour. Right.
A tour.
The worldwide Texas tour, and that's what we're talking about today.
I thought Texas was one state, but okay.
I know. And the best part of this whole thing is the worldwide Texas tour was just America. But here goes nothing, all right?
Okay.
I'll give you a little backstory just for anyone that might not know ZZ and
the Tops.
And the Tops.
ZZ and the Tops.
And the Tops and the Beards. And
all of it.
Yeah, no, they've been around. They started in 1969, right? And I'm just going to more or less read you this crazy article about their tour here. We'll get into it. Yeah, so ZZ Top started out, they had a really good like intro to the music scene.
Okay.
And they, I don't know if I really want to give you some backstory, just how they got to the whole tour and everything.
Give me all of it.
So anyway, they started in 1969, and they had like this Texas rock sound, and within their first year, they signed a deal with London Records and released their first album in 1971.
Okay.
Called The Tres Hombres. Or no, sorry. I'm skipping around here. Their first album was called ZZ Top's first album.
Wait, their first...
I know, I read that wrong.
Wait. Their first album was called ZZ Top's first album.
What else would it be? Might as well just
fucking say, okay.
Really,
yeah, all right.
Let them know what it is.
Be who you are.
You know what you're getting into at least.
We should just change this podcast to Gerard and Aidan's podcast. I shouldn't even do that. My last podcast was called the Mike and Rard Show. We got to stop. I got to fucking get out of here. Continue. Get out. I'm gonna go down a fucking. I'm gonna go down a hole.
No, sorry. Tres Hombres was their third album, but their first album was ZZ Top's first album.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they did that. They released another third album, Tres Hombres, 1973, and they gained like a ton of reputation and notoriety in that time, and really started taking off. And they really gained this reputation right away as that little old band from Texas.
Okay.
And boy, did they lean into that one.
I mean, yeah, I've seen their fucking beards.
So they kept releasing music for a while.
Right.
And in 1975, after they released their fifth album, Fandango, their manager saw an opportunity, and he wanted to.
I'm sorry. Continue. Like I'm just thinking like Fandango, like the movie thing.
Yeah. Same. Yeah.
Imagine we find out like that whole company is just
based on the album.
No, it's just ZZ Top running that. It's like their side gig.
Could be.
Like, we also run Fandango. Don't fucking continue.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Could very well be. But yeah. So their manager saw an opportunity, and here I'm going to start like reading the article to you. He saw that ZZ Top had incredible potential to become sensational. They needed something that would spread the word of ZZ Top even further. So in early 1975, the band decided to go on a massive tour to further promote the success of their album. And they knew this tour couldn't be like any ordinary tour. And they knew it'd be critical to their success and it had to be big. So an idea was formed. The main idea of the tour would be to bring the culture, imagery, and spirit of Texas across the United States. Sorry, I'm getting nervous.
I'm getting so nervous right now.
It would make the roots and feeling of ZZ Top's Texan energy clear to all who attended. The band had decided to play up their Texan persona by being playful and captivating to their audience who had not yet been exposed to Southern culture.
This is vague. This is nervously vague.
No, it's getting there.
Okay.
So they thought of the slogan, bringing Texas to the people. Though they would only travel the United States, it was decided that it would be called the Worldwide Texas Tour. It was planned that ZZ Top would perform 100 shows across the country in 18 months.
100 shows?
Yeah.
That's like...
18 months, 100 shows.
Jesus, fuck.
Skrill's done more.
Okay,
Skrill
but
did like 350 in a year.
That man's
or some
an animal.
Crazy. I know.
That man's literally.
I'm just saying, like, not to downplay ZZ.
Yeah,
but
never would we downplay ZZ.
18 months in just the U.S. Never downplay ZZ.
Never would we downplay ZZ. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah. No, I just don't want to downplay ZZ.
I would never
ever.
I would be hard pressed to ever downplay ZZ. No,
absolutely.
No, we can never ever in a million years downplay the Z.
The beards.
The beard.
Oh God, I don't even know how to pick back up. They're off to a good start.
They're on a world tour. That's not in the world. It's just
a world tour.
They're on a world tour
States.
in America.
Yeah. And that's only the beginning. That's just the idea being formed.
They could have at least like hit
what
Canada.
This is about to be.
If they like hit Canada, then it would have like kind of
bring
made
the
sense.
South to Canada.
Bring the
above the border. Bring
a little bit of Southern comfort north of the border.
Yeah, you want this big Texas energy?
I thought you were gonna say big Texas dick, and I was like, no.
No, just this big Texas energy. Anyway.
Oh, ZZ Top, bro. You see that dude like, that dude's got big Texas energy.
Yo, that guy's carrying big Texas energy.
Got a big iron on his hip. Anyway, continue.
Belt buckle is just
it's fucking huge.
But yeah, so anyway,
size of a dinner plate.
Tour ideas formed. They're hitting the country, baby.
They're hitting it.
They're gonna 100 shows,
fucking
50 states. They're hitting it hard.
They're beating meat. They're beating meat.
All right. In preparation, ZZ Top's manager, Bill Ham, hired Bill Nurham, who had created their previous album covers and posters, to design the stage and scenery for the tour. The stage was huge.
Here.
In the shape of Texas.
Wait.
Stage
behind or like the thing they were standing on?
I believe the thing they were standing on was a big chunk of Texas.
It's such an awkward state.
Big Texas energy. Yo, they no holds bar. They just fucking went for it.
Oh.
Big Texas energy. And not only was it shaped like Texas, it tilted 6 degrees so people could see
that it was shaped like Texas. Wait, like the stage? Like that there was. So you're telling me they played an entire show?
I don't know the details of it. I was wondering the same thing. It's like
you're just like they're just leaning like this. They're just like.
Well, we need people to see Texas.
How else are they gonna know? Otherwise, it's just a weird state.
They're like, they got like wires holding them back. Oh my God, I'm gonna tilt the whole table over.
I'm sorry. Oh Jesus. Well, if we tilt it, we can fucking tell it's a table. 6 degrees like it's a table.
So this stage took 7 hours and 40 people to set up. And it was over 3,000 square feet and weighed about 35 tons, costing about $100,000. Which...
What year was this?
1975.
Okay. You continue.
And I mean, $100,000 in today's production value is... I feel like
it's a fucking lot, dude.
No, I mean it's a lot, but like back then it was like that's probably ridiculous.
It costs about $400,000, which is outrageous for a stage. It would be $400,000 today.
Oh yeah, and that's crazy. But the real display was what would be behind the stage.
Wait, we're not even done?
No, we're not even close to done. The real display was what would be behind the stage. An 180-foot long backdrop, hand painted with various Texas landscapes, including Santa Elena Canyon and Big Bend National Park, and the Rio Grande, paired with lightning that would simulate dusk and dawn. Pretty tight. Not only is your stage Texas, but you have
it's Texas? Wait, so there's another Texas behind them?
Well, like the scenery of Texas, the Rio Grande, all that stuff.
I thought you were saying they were standing on Texas, and then behind them was another Texas. Okay,
so, I mean, just more of Texas.
Just more of. They're in a claim of Texas. Yeah,
simulated lightning, like sick.
So sick.
There were 6 or 8 semi-tractor trailers that had to carry the gear. And they were painted with, of course, the trailers themselves were painted.
The trailers were painted like Texas?
With a panoramic desert scene. And they had to travel down the highway in a certain order, so the scene went from one to another. They went all out.
Bro, did they fucking paint... Did they tattoo Texas on their balls? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised. At this point, anything's possible, Gerard.
If I ever become a musician, I'm going to do the exact same thing, but with New York. It's going to be so overt.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, I have to.
Why wouldn't you?
It's a similarly shaped state, right? Yeah.
Also brought on the tour were about 130 different lights, in addition to 260 speakers, altogether accumulating 160 watts of power. Different Texas plants were additionally included to be displayed during the show.
Wait, they brought plants?
Yeah. They brought plants. No holds barred. This thing was through the roof, done the right way. They know what's up. ZZ's not playing games.
They bring fucking barbecue or some shit too, dude?
I wouldn't be surprised. We'll get there. We'll see.
Okay.
They had cactuses, agaves, and yuccas. Never heard of a yuccas.
The fuck is yuccas?
But you probably got to be from Texas to know.
There's a bunch of Texas listening to this. Be like, these motherfuckers don't know about yuccas.
You yellow bellies don't know about
fucking
yuccas?
Piece of northern ass Yankee piece of shit. I'm sorry.
You never heard of yuccas?
I bet you Yankee people. I mean, not Yankee people. You Texas people are really cool. I'm a Yankee. Fucking.
What the yuck is wrong with you?
Get out. Podcast is over. Aidan, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry about that one.
Get the yuck out of here. You yucking mother yucker.
Listen here, you yellow belly. What the yuck is wrong with you? You don't know what a yuckus is? This ain't my first rodeo.
Did they have a rodeo? Stop.
Hold on. Just listen.
I'll wait.
We're getting there. I lost where I was here.
Okay. Right, yuckus.
So yeah, they had all the plants, right? And Bill Ham, who was their manager, I don't know if I mentioned that before. He also came in contact with a well-respected animal wrangler and rodeo entertainer named Ralph Fisher. Fisher had no idea about ZZ Top, once saying, about a year before the tour started, someone knocked on my dressing room door and told me that Bill Ham, the manager of ZZ Top, would like to interview me. I said, ZZ what? I had no idea who they were. Bill asked Fisher if he could train a buffalo. The band brought with them a Texas Longhorn, an armadillo, a javelina, another thing I don't know, 2 rattlesnakes, and 2 vultures, all of which had to be trained to be exposed to loud music and flashing lights as they would be presented alongside each performance.
How the fuck do you train a buffalo to
you put them in a room and like
just start playing shit. Fucking start just like no, don't freak out now. Relax. This your job now.
This is first time. This is his first concert.
It's his first time around loud music. We're playing some rock and roll.
Also, sorry to anyone that like actually is from the South. These accents are gonna just like
you're gonna fucking hate us.
Super insulting.
I'm sorry.
Okay. No,
I'm not sorry.
Not sorry.
I'm not sorry at all.
Also.
What do you do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna fucking do?
But yeah, so they had to train and rattlesnakes. Like, how do you train?
Bro.
How do you train snakes, armadillos? Am I saying that right?
Armadillo? Yeah, you're saying armadillo, right? Yeah, but no.
Then what's a javelina?
I don't know.
Look it up and put a picture of it here, because...
No, I'll put a picture of it here. Yeah, there we go. There's one.
Javelinas.
By the way, that's a new thing. Instead of just fucking, showing you guys stuff, I'm just going to point.
And it's going to just
And there's
happen.
just going to be stuff here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Armadillo, javelina.
Oh, fuck.
2 rattlesnakes.
That's so much editing.
Sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine.
But yeah, so the animals had about $140,000 spent on their well-being, including veterinarians and animal experts, which that's good,
I know, but
PETA's
then
stoked.
you think about it, and you have to go to a vet and be like, okay, listen, this giant buffalo here, we're gonna put it on a stage shaped like Texas.
Yeah.
And these 2 dudes with beards down to their dicks are gonna play absurdly loud like rock music.
Right.
Wait. What the fuck was the buffalo even doing? Just hanging out? Like what? Like you were just having hanging out by the stage and shit? Like
just
what?
buffaloing.
Just buffaloing. Okay.
I don't know. I'm sure we'll get there in the story of like what actually happened or the plan, but I imagine it was just like you ever see like Jimmy Fallon does it often with Robert Irwin, where he like has him on the show and he like shows crazy animals.
What's his face's kid?
Steve Irwin's
kid.
son,
Yeah.
So I imagine.
Yeah, but he's there for fucking like 15 minutes.
I know, but I imagine
look at
it's
it.
something
Isn't
like
it
that
wonderful?
where it's like they're playing Lagrange or whatever, and like he comes
and there's just a guy
and
being
he's
like,
just snake,
crazy, huh?
and the
like,
buffalo just like walking around with it. Who knows? But it's Texas.
No, but you know what I'm
and it's
imagining?
worldwide.
Imagine what that green room backstage after the show must have been like.
It's just
fucking
like a pit of hay.
It's just a black and white picture of them like taking shots with the buffalo and shit, being like, go, 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 go.
The buffalo's got like a lampshade on his head, and he's like getting all fucked up.
Buffalo has
They catch him before the show. Like,
man, I tell you, that buffalo could put back whiskey like it's no one's business.
Nobody's
like
business.
a nobody's business. They don't
like,
call him water buffalo for nothing.
You think our rider's bad? You got to see the buffalo.
You gotta see the buffalo's rider. What the fuck is on a fucking rattlesnake's fucking rider, dude?
This buffalo is a prima donna if I've ever seen one.
Spinach. Fucking
Spinach, yeah. Who
I
knows?
thought of a word that started with S.
Who knows? They
Oh fuck.
God, yeah. So, anyway, there's a lot of animals.
There's a lot of
coming to the
animals
show.
here. They're all in the green room.
But they were the animal rights groups were always present to make sure that these critters were being taken care of, and no expense was spared as far as that
It
went.
sounds like it.
Yeah.
It sounds like this is like one of the most expensive tours.
Everything was done up. Everything was done right. The entire ordeal took a crew of 50 people traveling in 13 vehicles, transporting about 75 tons of equipment in total. The entire production crew was insured for $10 million.
What the fuck were they about to go through that you needed to insure the crew like that? It's like, fuck.
Well, the animal, everything. I don't know.
The white guy's like, I've been bitten by a rattlesnake 3 times this week. This is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
It takes 7 hours to put this stage together.
Had to put in another claim.
fucking Kyle's over there riding the buffalo. He's not even doing his job and putting up the lights. I fucking hate it here.
So they rented out the whole the Houston Astro Arena for a whole week. I know, just to rehearse all this stuff and prepare for it. Right?
Wait, just to rehearse?
Just to rehearse the show. It was a big deal.
That's nuts, dude.
So you ready for the tour to start?
Oh, right.
That's
okay,
just in
so
prep.
let's recap here. All of this has happened. Tour hasn't even started yet.
Yeah. No, this is
Tour
just
hasn't even started yet.
the plans, the ideas, everything's
Gotcha.
getting, wheels are turning.
Right, got you.
And now they're hitting the road. They're going for it.
They're going for it.
So
Full
the
send.
tour started on May 29th, 1976
Okay.
in Winston-Salem, North Carolina at Grove Stadium with
Okay.
Leonard Skinner as openers. ZZ Top would travel all over the United States for the next 18 months performing.
Dude, wait, hold on. Leonard Skinner and that, bro. Just getting to fucking hear Freebird and know you're about to see some fucking buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
That must have been a crazy
That's
ass
the
night.
pregame.
That's Freebird's the pregame.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Imagine.
I can't.
If only I could go back in time.
Anyway.
I'd be there, 10-gallon hat in hand, ready to go.
Doug Dimmadome hat.
Yeah, Doug Dimmadome vibes all the way.
Oh, dude. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I had a thought for the podcast. We'll move on.
Yeah,
continue. We'll move on. I'll come back.
So everyone loved the Texas spirit that the band brought with them, and they especially loved the animals. Who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't?
The rattlesnakes were the most dangerous animals, so the crew would sometimes let one safely escape and make a spectacle out of recapturing it to get ZZ Top the headlines. Just the thought process of like, you got this under control, right?
This is what I mean. It's like this is like the most. This with I don't give a shit what anybody tells me. This whole thing was fueled by cocaine. This is like when the 70s was happening. Like that's a cocaine idea, which is like, what if? All right, now hear me out.
So I got an idea.
Yeah. All right. We're not getting enough press, right? We got 2 snakes. We don't need to release both of them. That's excessive.
I'm not crazy.
We're not going to release both rattlesnakes. But what if we release one safely? How do you safely release a rattlesnake? That doesn't make any sense.
There's so much chance involved with that it's like...
It's a snake.
Yeah. It's not trained to like do a perfect loop around the stage.
They had a conversation with like, all right, listen, Paul. He's like, tss. You're like, yeah, okay, so here's what you're going to do. You're just going to slither on around here. And he's like, you're just going to slither on right back to the crowd. Don't bite anybody. That'd be really rude. He's like, right. You're going to slither on around, scare some of the ladies, make them go, stuff like that. He's like, right. You're going to do that. And you're going to slither on back in here real safe like, we're going to put you back in the cage and you're going to go back to your green room. It's like,
yeah, no, that doesn't happen. That's not the reality.
No, that isn't. I wish it was now. I kind of want to have like a sitcom about a musical performing snake.
You got a little off course last time.
All right, listen.
And we're going to need you to follow the guidelines this time.
I get it. The snake, he bit one of the pretzel guys at the venue. We can't control that now. All right, we can just do better next time. We can just do better.
All we could do is improve.
We can just improve. We'll release the snake in a more safe way. They put a bell on him and shit. Like we can hear him. He's right there.
Hey, a little dragger.
Yeah, just make sure put him near the journalist. We can eat the press.
So snakes were released and yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
God, this is
a lot.
This is my favorite.
Better than my fucking story.
Yeah. So they were just trying to get some headlines out of the thing,
Obvious.
The only problem that became apparent early on was that the rattlesnakes could not travel in the cattle trailer because they scared the longhorns and buffalo. Checks out.
I mean, that makes sense.
The head of security put them in a steel toolbox, drilled holes in it, and stuck biohazard stickers all over it. And he was tasked with taking the snakes himself from show to show.
What? Isn't there like an animal wrangler for that?
Nope. Just the security guy.
All right, Paul, listen. We know you need to wash the doors. Keep everyone out of the backstage. Small little thing. So, those snakes we got? They're scaring the shit out of the buffalo. They're scaring the shit out of the buffalo. So, what we're going to need you to do is, you used to be a mechanic, right? Yes, you probably got a toolbox. Drill some holes in that bitch.
Okay.
Put some snakes in, hold on to it. Now remember, we're going to keep that next to the other toolboxes, which are just full with tools.
Well, I got a few biohazard stickers I can put on it.
Great, you got that lying around. Of course, who doesn't have a couple biohazard stickers lying around?
Yeah, of course.
Rock that shit on there. So, the next time, Steve over there needs a screwdriver, he doesn't get fucking bit by a rattlesnake. We don't need that,
Yeah, and how about I just put it in my truck and I'll take it to the next one?
Sure. I mean, ready? How about this? We double the snakes as security. Who needs dogs? We got snakes.
Okay.
All right.
Count me in.
Wonderful. I'm glad to be on tour with you.
This is nothing could go wrong.
Nothing.
This is just the
this is all a bunch of stuff coming together that can never go wrong. They gotta breathe.
Monster.
They gotta breathe. They gotta go. How else they gonna do it?
Monster and the stickers.
I'm so sorry.
Nothing's.
So sorry to everyone from the South.
Nothing's gonna. Yeah, sorry.
This is awful. No, I'm not. I'm not sorry.
Yeah, so that happened. He's carrying these guys show to show now. And even though the animals had been trained, it still stands that animals are unpredictable. Go figure. And sometimes the crew did have issues with them. On June 3rd, 1976, and mind you, this is like 4 days into the tour. A large vulture decided to take flight in the middle of a show. Oh, the thing with wings decided to
fly.
do the thing
that does? Yeah.
Yeah, that happened. And
like, oh shit, the bird's flying.
Billy Gibbons recalls the event. I'm gonna read you his recollection.
Let's see what's up with Billy Gibbons.
So I don't even want to do the accent. So disrespectful. I'll just do it.
Yeah.
He was making circles around the dome of the arena, and Ralph Fisher came out. He had trained this buzzard to look for a white hat and land on his head. But in our audience at the time, there were a lot of white hats, and this buzzard was swooping and circling. He did not know which white hat to land on.
Hold on, so let me get this straight. Their idea was like, okay, he's got aim for the white hat. Nobody's gonna wear a white hat. That is the most uncommon piece of clothing.
Just train him to
a white hat.
Go for the most popular clothing item.
The most Texas fucking tour is definitely not gonna have anybody wearing a white cowboy hat whatsoever.
Just have him look for the white hat.
White hat. Yeah, there's no. I'm just imagining a Doug Dimmadome type just there.
Exactly.
And that fucking vulture being like,
I'm looking at the photo right now of them with white hats on, and they're all wearing white hats. So
wait, so let me get this straight. The band is also wearing white hats?
Well, I don't know if it was like in that, if this photo's from that moment, but
imagine they didn't think that far ahead.
White hats.
Okay.
So anyway, finally we had to stop playing, and Ralph came out in the spotlight and whistled to the bird to land on his head. It made
whistle to the bird. What they fucking have to do? Tell the stadium he'll be like, okay, everybody just shh, real quick, shut the fuck up.
Hey,
shut the fuck up. Hey.
Yeah, hey,
come
buddy.
here. Come on down. Look,
land on Papa.
I'm right here. Just this white hat. Just this one. Don't worry about that one.
It's the only one you got to worry about.
Come here. Come on now.
It made the rest of the evening rather challenging. How do you outdo a bird that knows how to land on a guy's hat? Is this guy's statement about the subject?
That's what he got out of this. Mm-hmm. That's what he got. There's a fucking vulture loose in a stadium, and that motherfucker's like, that fucking bird stood me up. That piece of shit. He's off the tour. That bird's off the fucking tour.
Pack your things.
You're going
out
home.
Of the band.
Pack your feathers, you little shit.
Throughout the tour, manager Bill Ham was stern in his practice. His job was to make sure everything went smoothly. He did not allow the band to drink too much or party too hard and risk of jeopardizing the tour. Good manager.
Good. I mean, that's a great manager.
We all have a lot to learn there. Jake.
We both immediately were like...
After their show in Atlanta on June 5th, the day after, or 2 days after that whole incident.
Dates.
Bill had to deal with someone selling bootleg merchandise. Co-designer Michael Priest described Bill's reaction. Bill Ham got this guy by the scruff of his neck and then took him to a side room, and there was quite a ruckus. Then it got real quiet, and Bill appeared at the door, all smiles, with his arms around the guy's shoulder, and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet our new head of merchandising." This whole thing.
Aren't we only like 2 weeks into the tour? Yeah, he beat the shit out of a guy.
Not even a whole week into the...
How do you explain that to your wife? You're like, honey, remember how I went to the ZZ Top concert to sell some merch? Yeah, so I'm not coming home for how many shows? Fuck. All right. I gotta
the head of their merchandising.
I gotta run the merch booth. So fuck shit.
That's like taking a scalper from like outside, like any
like you want to sell some tickets.
You're the head of ticket sales,
sell some
buddy.
Tickets, dog? Yeah, get in here, dude.
This isn't even a whole weekend, and it's already...
It's not even a week?
It's such a ride.
It's not even a week yet?
No. I mean, June 4th from the 29th. That's
my God.
Yeah, not a lot of time has passed since they hit the road. And then a week later from that, the June 12th performance was probably the most disrupted show of the tour. Aerosmith was the opening act for ZZ Top at Three Rivers Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The front rows were filled with ZZ Top fans who weren't exactly thrilled about listening to Aerosmith. The fans were getting riled up and throwing things on stage, making it difficult for Aerosmith to perform. And at one point, a ZZ Top fan crawled underneath the stage and unplugged the cables, shutting down the power. The fans became even more rowdy, having to wait for ZZ Top.
Dude.
Yo.
Dude.
Those
oh my God.
guys are hardcore.
Hard as fuck, dude. Imagine just like being
That's
Aerosmith.
like being a bass nectar fan.
And being like, man, I fucking hate Rhythm, and just crawling under the CD and just start plugging shit.
Dude, that's so fun. And like Aerosmith
they're not a bad band.
No, they're not bad at all, but I mean, like, obviously they're not maybe like super South vibes, but like I imagine that it went hand in hand. Like,
I don't
they're
know,
no
man.
Leonard Skinner opening, but like,
bro, but just imagine being Aerosmith. Imagine being Aerosmith, right? Playing a show, and you have to fucking play whack-a-mole with some fucking fan who's just popping out of the stage and unplugging it. So you're like, fucking
dream on,
dream on, fucking shit.
Yeah, it's just like the disrespect from these ZZ fans. Like,
bro, crawled under the stage. Also, not only is it hilarious that man crawled under the stage to unplug shit, but the fact that he crawled onto the stage and then knew what to do. Because I don't know if you
probably didn't know what he was doing. He was probably just like,
pulling
fuck
shit.
This band.
Fuck
I hate
this shit.
these
Fuck
guys.
this shit. Fuck this shit.
Stupid. I hate it.
I'm imagining him under the stage with a fucking like lighter, just like to see around, and he just fucking turns and you just see the buffalo. And you're like, no.
Oh my God! Like, a snake starts crawling towards
the a little snake with a tiny badge on it that says security.
It says sheriff.
It's got a little sheriff badge and a tiny little hat.
Dude, it's like
Sheriff snake.
What would you be thinking anyway, though? Like, okay, you unplug, like you unplug it, right?
Yeah.
Then what? You're ruining the whole. You're not even gonna see ZZ.
Yeah, because you're under the stage.
Because you fucked it up. Like, what was your intention, dude?
Alcohol. Alcohol was your intention.
I guess so. But dude,
I'm gonna forever be thinking about a sheriff snake. Little sheriff snake.
I was just on that too. I can't get over
that's
that.
Gonna be that's the clip right there.
Sheriff snake.
Yeah, sheriff snake. This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
This whole thing is just so wild.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We're almost there.
Oh God, there's still more.
There's more. To add to the chaos, some of the animals had gotten loose. This isn't that same show. Some of the animals had gotten loose and started doing damage to the field. Billy Gibbons commented on the incident. The next day was a game, and the players complained because the animals had gotten loose and put divots in the field.
Dude,
that's so
fuck the show.
Funny.
Fuck this show, dude. That's nuts. That's great.
He literally quoted, "Hey, your buffalo just escaped and he's making third base."
This buffalo is my favorite part of the tour.
I know, right? Like, I imagine that was the only time a buffalo's ever been on tour, and they did it.
And he had a fucking lampshade on the whole time. But again, what the fuck was the buffalo doing? What do you do with a buffalo at a concert?
I really want to find, like,
because all they are is just they're just wild cows. That's all buffaloes are.
Yeah,
they're just,
and to think they trained them to listen to music and see lights, and it's just wild.
That's how they imagine. That's how they just trained them. They just sit in a fucking like room with it, and they were just like smoking weed. Be like, buffalo hit this. Like, dude, you get it now, right? And the buffalo's just like, dude, music's tight. Music's tight, bro.
Music's tight.
It's just all. That's all the fucking buffalo did. He would just sit next to the stage and be like, yo.
He's just vibing so hard.
Yo, ZZ Top is sick, dude.
These guys are...
Yeah, fuck Aerosmith. Fuck that band.
Sharp Dressed Man. I get it.
Dude, Tush is my favorite. Fuck.
This whole thing is just like reading. Anyway, I'll finish it up.
I get the fucking laugh lean.
Like, it's
sorry. Yeah, finish it up. Let's go.
It's such a good story. That's like the majority of the craziness, because it says, aside from the few incidents, the tour was a massive success. The little old band from Texas was now officially a nationwide hit. Not worldwide.
Not a world.
Just nationwide. The entire tour ran from May 29th to December 31st. So 1976 to 1977. Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
With 98 shows in total. I wonder what happened to the other two. Buffalo.
Buffalo related. It was Buffalo related without a doubt. Without a doubt, it was Buffalo related.
The sheriff couldn't make it.
Slithering around, dude.
The last show took place on New Year's Eve at Tarrant County Convention Center Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. Fitting. ZZ Top had traveled to venues and stadiums across the United States and sold over 1.2 million tickets. That's nuts. That's a lot of people.
Nuts amount of. That's crazy, dude. That's a successful tour by like today's standards.
Yeah,
that's like an outrageously successful tour by today's standards. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it was one of the largest grossing trips in rock at the time. I imagine in history.
Dude, the 70s were nuts.
The trio even managed to record their next album, Tejas.
I guess the wrong guy here.
While taking breaks during the tour. The Worldwide Texas Tour was elaborate, exciting, and extraordinary. Could say that again. Full of craziness.
Dude, no, that's crazy.
It went down as one of the most unique and memorable rock and roll trips in history. When the tour was over, I love these quotes. When the tour was over, Ralph Fisher, who had stayed with the band the entire time, this is the Animal dude.
Yeah. Who, by the way, was doing a shit job because Animals kept getting out.
Yeah, I mean, he's just the provider. He's like, this is your problem.
You started with this. You started with it being like there were lots of animal activists who wanted to make it super safe, and then also be like, but the animals kept getting out and just doing wild shit.
Yeah,
I mean, that's fucking.
But they're animals. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? It's a buffalo. It's a buffalo who smokes weed. What are you gonna do?
Can't help it. Rock and roll. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, he remarked, I was left with nothing but the highest respect for that band. They were gentlemen and treated everyone honestly. I never once saw any of the band doing drugs. I only saw them doing business, getting on planes, performing.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
This whole idea sounds like a little.
Yeah, it sounds like I'll tell you right now. I never saw
Maybe
them
they weren't doing it at the shows, but
they didn't do. I didn't see them do any drugs. They didn't give me any drugs in the green room, not whatsoever. They definitely did not give me any drugs in favor for letting them ride the buffalo. That never happened.
Just because I huff a few cow pies doesn't mean I'm doing any drugs.
A few cow pies. Off a few cow pies. Fuck,
no
dude.
Drugs here.
No drugs here. Just cow pies. You fucking losers.
But yeah, so then Fisher was subsequently inducted into the Texas Rodeo Cowboy Hall of Fame.
Fucking nuts.
That's
not bad.
Wait.
He's in the Cowboy Hall of Fame because he just did some crazy shit with ZZ Top.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
Enough to put you in there. Designers Bill Nurham and Michael Priest became leading figures in the Texas art scene after the Worldwide Texas Tour. Everyone involved was understandably exhausted.
Yeah, I would fucking imagine.
Got a lot of shit going on.
Jesus Christ.
The band decided to take what was supposed to be a 90-day break, which ended up extending to 2 years. Really, we're just burned out.
Again, no drugs involved whatsoever.
No drugs.
Zero.
Just a lot of rock and roll.
Just a lot. That's all they were doing. Just rocking out, being good Christian boys. You know, doing it for Texas and God.
And I know you had mentioned the extremely long beards, right?
Yeah.
Before that, funny enough, was a post-tour. They had the beards, like they, but so.
Tell me, wait. You're telling me this is short beard? This is short beard like era?
This is short beard, but this tour was so. Billy Gibbons went to Europe, Dusty Hill went to Mexico, and Frank Beard went to Jamaica. And during the time off, Billy Gibbons and hear me out. During that time off, because they all went their ways to chill out hard. During that time off, Billy Gibbons and Dusty Hill grew chest-long beards, which they added to their persona once the band returned. So this
reread the names.
Yeah, I know. It's in there.
You're telling me the guy
Billy Gibbons, Dusty Hill, Frank Beard.
But the two who grew the chest-long beards
was not Frank Beard.
Was not.
Some don't add up.
So you're telling me the guy with the short beard in ZZ Top, his name is Frank
Beard. I don't make the rules.
I think that's where we should end it. Frank Beard.
We're right there.
We're not. No. This is gonna keep going forever.
I just want to finish that thought of. So they added that to their persona once the band returned. The trio would go on to produce many more hit songs and albums, especially in the 1980s with the emergence of MTV. They stayed under the management of Bill Ham until 2006. Oh, cool. I didn't know this. In 2019, the trio celebrated their 50-year anniversary as a band. I mean, it makes sense, but I didn't know they were still
old as shit.
A thing.
Bands stay together that long.
ZZ Top continues to play to this day, and they don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Go ZZ Top.
And that's that. But yeah, dude, the beards are all because of the Worldwide Texas Tour. I think we owe a lot to the Worldwide Texas Tour.
We owe a lot to the Worldwide Texas Tour. We really do.
The stage is shaped like Texas. The background looks like Texas.
We should do a super tiny
animals are from
tour.
Texas. The plants are from Texas.
The beards are from Texas.
The
sheriff snakes are from Texas.
The sheriff snakes are.
The super high buffalo.
Rumor has it the sheriff snakes are still patrolling
the desert.
The stages of Texas
with the big iron on his. Snakes don't have hips. Snakes don't have hips, do they?
No, they're just
you need legs to have hips.
One slim body.
Big iron on his body.
But dude, isn't that crazy? I found this story and I just I had to.
No, you had to tell me. No, that's a good one. I love it.
It's like the most rock and roll. Like there's other stories like I don't know if you know like New Haven with the Doors and
what happened in New Haven with the Doors? Was that
where
that dude got stabbed?
What?
Was that dude got stabbed?
Yeah, there's something like that, and like Jim Morrison got arrested, and I think it was them. But like, there's tons of crazy rock and roll stories, but this one is just
that's nuts. No, that's fucking wild.
Level, and I had to share with you.
Dude, that's what I mean too. Like that was like the era too, where like nothing was recorded. It was just like like there's no proof of you doing wild shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's so nuts. I love it.
I wish I could go back and experience the Worldwide
Virtual
Texas
High Five.
Tour.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Right?
Damn, there we go.
Oh, that was low. Hang on, sorry.
Wait. No, you keep going through it.
Okay.
There we go. We got it. Science.
Yeah, but anyway, man. Thanks for listening. Thank you guys for checking us out.
Thank you. Hi. Bye. I mean,
listening to us ramble and being dumb and
now remember, buffaloes like getting high. So the next time you're around a buffalo.
Until next time.
Actually, you probably shouldn't be around buffalo. I'm pretty sure they're endangered. Don't go near buffalo.
Yeah. And don't wear a white hat if there's a vulture around.
Never wear a white hat.
They might land on your head.
Unless you're Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
True.
That one got him. Okay.
Thanks,
on
guys.
that note, bye, guys.
We'll see you next time.